Hi, my name is Veronica Darem. I'm a relationship coach, stepmom, and mom. And this video is about common sense parenting. I know, it's just not a parenting style. And I tell you why I kind of label myself as a common sense parent. Because in the past, I always had a problem with kind of following certain rules, especially when it comes to parenting. I tried Montessori for a little while. I did a video about why I quit it. And these days you have so many parenting styles, so many methods, so many types of parents. And sometimes I find myself if I follow this method or this parenting style, I really like it. But then it comes to things that I don't like or I don't agree with. And it just made me question myself a lot and doubting myself a lot. And I am always I'm a big fan of common sense. And when I decided okay, I like common sense parenting because I somehow came across of it, and then when I Google it, I didn't find much about it. So I said, okay, I will create a video about my common sense parenting, like what I do, how I feel it, how does it help me as a parent. And so it's quite hard to explain what common sense parenting is because it kind of has to make sense to you, because common sense is really subjective. It's like every person has a different type of common sense or different level of common sense, and something that makes sense to me doesn't need to make sense to you, and that's perfectly okay. For me, common sense parenting doesn't focus on specific rules or specific ticks and tasks you have to do in order to parent. The common sense parenting helps me to stop, think, without overthinking, and just hit a pause for a little bit. By hitting the pause, I kind of reconnect with my values, with my beliefs, with what I'm trying to do or achieve. I focus on the bigger picture. Beliefs and values are the foundation of who you are as a parent and your parenting style. Every time when you follow certain parenting style, and you don't really like it, or it doesn't just sit right with you, when you stop and reconnect with your values and beliefs, it helps you to make a better decision, or the decision that you really like, and not just follow someone else's rules. Because as you know, as everybody says, every family is unique, every child is unique, and what works for others doesn't need to work for you. I'm not here to tell you what to do and how to parent, because that's really your decision. I'm here to share my journey, my tips and tricks, and you may take something on, you may disagree with me completely, and that's perfectly okay, because parenting is really tough and it can be really confusing. To be honest, sometimes and with my mom, parenting us without Google, Instagram, social medias, yes, all these are really helpful, but can be really, triggering, misleading, overwhelming. So sometimes I'm quite jealous that she didn't have that and they just had to do whatever they had to do. I'm not saying they did completely right things, but, here you go. So the example I came up with was anti-slip mat for the bath. I hate these mats with passion. To be honest, the first time I stood on that, I had a nearly fall, because I don't know how to stand on them. I find them way more slippery than the actual bath. And we got rid of it when my stepdaughter was, I don't know how old, but yeah, I think 6, after she had massive tantrum or meltdown in the hotel because they didn't have the mat. So I said, okay, we need to get rid of it because it's just upsetting her when she doesn't have it, and we can't travel around with the anti-slip mat. That's just nonsense. So we got rid of it, and she's fine, So when I was pregnant and we start buying things for the baby, my husband suggested the mat, and I was like, I'm not getting it. Even though if they claim it is anti-mold one, it gets moldy, it's not a thing to clean. Plus, he has to learn how to respect the material, the physics of how the water reacts with the material and then it's chance that he has a slip. No, he needs to learn this. I'm not getting the mud. And hey, he had a one teeny tiny slip in the bath, and he learned very quickly that he can't be doing silly things in it. He needs to sit, or he can like crawl a little bit, but he is learning how to respect the whole physics and situations. So this is just one example of many how common sense parenting helps me to really hit the pause, think without overthinking, spending way less time on Google or Instagram and just searching for milestones and searching for tips how to do XYZ. It really helps me to just back off and trusting my guts, trusting my heart, reconnect with my values and beliefs, because these are the foundation of me as a parent and my parenting. Also helping me to be realistic and let it go of expectations, which can be really difficult, but it is so helpful to let go of your expectations and just you to focus on the child, like, oh, I focusing on my little one, just hitting the pause anytime I feel I'm getting triggered, just stopping and thinking, what is my value in this situation? What are my beliefs? What is my heart telling me? What are my guts telling me? All of these helps me to get rid of this need to be in control. This kind of like, I have to figure it out, or I have to solve this problem. I don't need to solve every problem. Not right now. I can take it step by step, break the big problem into small problems and then just deal it as I go. And one of the main benefits of common sense parenting is that is helping me and my husband in our relationship. Because every time we are getting a little bit triggered, a little bit upset, overwhelmed, or whatever is going on, or stressed, we just say, stop, hold on. What are we doing here? What is going on? What is going on for you right now? I'm getting triggered. I'm getting upset. How are we going to solve this? What do we need to do? It's really, we literally say, okay, stop, hold on. And then we do stop looking at each other, which kind of looks a little bit silly if you would be watching us, but it's helping us. It's helping us because we are from different countries. We had a completely different childhoods, so we have a different expectations, different daydreaming about how this should go, and by hitting the pause, it's just help us to reconnect, kind of brainstorm on that situation, and take it from there. For example, we were in a really, really busy museum the other day. It was uncomfortably busy. I was getting triggered. I was annoyed within like 5 minutes being there. My little one didn't enjoy it. He just wanted to be in a prom watching Paddington. And I said, you know what? Let's find quiet corner, because I'm getting annoyed. And you can see it, like how annoyed I am right now. So we find a little corner, and I told my husband, I want to leave. I want to go. And I'm okay if you stay with your daughter here, have more time here, but I'm out of here. I'm not enjoying it. Little one is not enjoying. I'm out. Or we are out. And he got it. He said, yeah, you go. It's fine. What do you need from like now to the moment we leave, because it's just complicated museum to leave. And he helped me to literally escape that place. And they still have a lot of fun, and I could just go and do whatever I wanted with the little one. I know without this pause, it will just lead for me to pushing myself to do something I don't like. I would be forcing to, just try to enjoy it, and it will just end in disaster. And that's not good for anyone, is it? So the common sense parenting is really just like step back, hit a pause, think, don't overthink, get in touch with your values, beliefs, with your mood, what is going really on, and then take actions. This type of parenting or style of parenting is really focusing right now more on me, so like on me as a parent rather than on my child, because by the hitting the pause and just really taking time to process everything, I'm a better person and I'm a better parent, 100%. I'm not saying I'm perfect, far from it, but this style of parenting is helping me to be calmer, to be more confident, and I really could see improvement with mom rage, which I did a video about, link in descriptions. I used to have a mom rage every other day, sometimes twice a day, and now I feel like every other week or sometimes once a week, but it's just a teeny tiny one. Before I was nightmare. So as soon as I got kind of like, okay, I'm doing common sense parenting. I don't know what it does it really mean, but I'm gonna create it for myself. It made me feel much better, way more confident as a parent, and really way calmer. I could definitely see some benefits of my parenting style on my little one. I think we really did good on sleep training. That, like, yes, we did it. We didn't need to do so many transitions, and I will talk about this from in my different videos about feeding and sleep training. I really hope that he knows that he can trust me, and more importantly, that I trust him. And I can see this with little things that, like, we have the mutual respect and trust, which is really important, because these are the basic I want to teach him. I want to teach him to be respectful, to have the empathy for others. I want him, being independent in a good way, but also like that he matters. I want him to know that he matters and his opinion matters, and that he feels that he can be trusted. And that's important for me. Any other things, they're just like they are things, they are milestones which will be reached sooner or later, and these are not as important to me as this trust, empathy, respect, and other stuff. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please do leave a comment,